You're getting ready for your cruise. Sunscreen? Check. Dinner outfits? Check. A prank plan involving a pool float and 5 martinis? Hold up. Before you even set foot on that ship, there's something you need to know. Cruise lines have officially had enough. Too many incidents, too many complaints, and now in 2025 the rules have changed. Security is cracking down hard. That means 17 items, habits, and stunts are now completely banned. Some make sense. Others? Totally surprising. So whether you're a first-timer or a platinum loyalty member, these are the cruise bans you can't afford to ignore. And wait until you hear number 17. It's so wild, even staff couldn't believe it made the list. 1. Bluetooth speakers. At first it was innocent, just a couple dancing on their balcony to 2000s pop hits. But by 2024, cruise ships were echoing with tinny bass drops and unsolicited karaoke battles at all hours. Cruise lines officially banned personal Bluetooth speakers, even in private cabins. Why? Because cruise walls are paper thin, and your poolside banger is someone else's 3 a.m. nightmare. Instead, they've rolled out silent zones and enhanced in-ear entertainment options. But here's the kicker. Many passengers still sneak them in, leading to late-night security visits and confiscations. So if you're still planning to bring your portable party, think twice. Not only will you lose the speaker, you might get written up. And trust me, security doesn't dance to your playlist. Next time, pack headphones, not headaches. 2. Drones. It started with breathtaking aerial shots of open waters. Instagram was flooded with cinematic cruise footage, sunset flyovers, sweeping shots of private islands. But then the crashes began. One into a hot tub, another clipped a seagull mid-flight, and the worst? A drone spiraling into the ship's radar dome. By mid-2025, drones went from influencer toy to forbidden item. Now they're banned on nearly every major cruise line, even if you promise to use them off the ship. Why? Liability, safety, and sheer passenger annoyance. No one wants to dodge propellers on the sun deck. Security now checks for drones during embarkation. Caught with one? Confiscation at best, disembarkation at worst. And yes, some ports will even fine you for operating drones near ships. Want the perfect cruise shot? Use your phone from the railing like the rest of us, or ask someone to take it. Just leave the drone at home before it takes you down with it. 3. TikTok pranks. Back in 2023, it was funny. Fake marriage proposals on deck, jumping into off-limit pools, sneaking into crew areas for secret footage. But when emergency alarms started getting triggered as a challenge, cruise lines realized the trend had spiraled out of control. By early 2025, TikTok-style pranks became a bannable offense. Today, anyone caught filming disruptive stunts can be fined, disembarked, or even blacklisted from future cruises. Staff are trained to flag suspicious filming behavior, and ship security now monitors viral prank trends before they hit the decks. Yes, the Wi-Fi might be weak, but cruise security's TikTok game is strong. Want content? Sure, document the food, the views, the towel animals. But mess with fire alarms or fake emergencies for views. You won't just lose your followers, you'll lose your cabin. And here's the twist. Some pranksters have been permanently banned from international cruise ports, all for 30 seconds of internet fame. 4. Vape clouds. It used to be subtle. A little puff near the rail, a faint smell of mint or mango drifting through the breeze. But vape culture exploded on cruises. Clouds filled elevators, lobbies, even stateroom hallways. Non-smokers complained. Fire sensors got tripped. One guest even had an asthma attack during a deck party. So now, vaping's banned in most areas, just like smoking, and in some cases, even stricter. Fines, room penalties, or removal from the ship are all on the table. Plus, many lines now use enhanced air monitoring tech to catch it in real time. Think you're being discreet with that tiny pen? The ship's sensors know better. It's not about being a killjoy, it's about keeping the peace. And the air breathable. Because if it looks like fog, smells like fruit, and sets off alarms, it's gotta go. 5. Over-the-door decor. What started as a cute way to celebrate birthdays and honeymoons turned into a decorating war. Cabin doors were plastered with LED lights, banners, glitter, even motion sensor music. By spring 2025, most cruise lines banned over-the-door decor altogether. Why? Safety and cleanup. Hanging items block emergency access. Adhesives peel paint. And one foam garland even caught fire near a hallway nightlight. Now, if you hang anything outside your cabin, it's subject to removal. And in some cases, fines. Some lines still allow magnetic signs, but that's about it. Guests complain it kills the fun, but the policy isn't changing anytime soon. So if you're planning to cruise with a door that screams, "It's my birthday," maybe keep the celebration inside the cabin, because one spark and your paper streamer becomes a 5-alarm problem. 6. Loungers. It starts early. Like sunrise early. You step onto the pool deck and every chair is reserved. Not by people, by towels. Paperback books guarding loungers like security guards on break. But where are the humans? Still in bed, of course. Chair hogging reached such absurd levels in 2024 that guests began setting alarms just to claim territory they wouldn't sit in for 6 hours. Cruise lines tried warnings, then towel removal. Still, chaos. Now crew do scheduled sweeps, collecting rogue towels like lost and found bandits. The promise? Actual seats for actual people. The proof? Passengers have stopped circling the deck like seagulls waiting to pounce. Now? If you're not sitting in it, you're not saving it. Still tempted to stake your claim with a beach novel and a tankini top? Just know, your reserved sign might end up in the lost property bin. 7. Overdrinking. The all-you-can-drink package. Paradise in a plastic tumbler. But in 2024, some cruisers took unlimited as a personal challenge. Double fisting tequila at breakfast. Vodka shots during the muster drill. Public naps next to elevators. One guy even tried to race the drink cart. It got messy, fast. So now in 2025, cruise lines cap daily servings, limit double orders, and monitor suspicious activity through bartender apps. Yes, really. There's now tech that flags if you've hit your 15-drink limit by noon. The promise? Fewer drunken disorderlies stumbling through formal night. The proof? Fewer bar fights, puke puddles, and security reports. And while staff won't announce you've been cut off, they'll quietly suggest water this time. Refuse? You could lose drink privileges altogether. So yeah, drink, enjoy. But treat it like a marathon, not a frat party. Because this isn't spring break at sea, it's a floating city, and it's watching. 8. Yelling. Picture this. You're sipping coffee on your balcony, breathing in salty morning air, the ocean a sheet of glass. And then, hello. Yes, I'm on a boat. A big one. Peace. Shattered. In 2024, balcony phone calls became the bane of cruisers' existence. Arguments, business calls, loud TikTok reactions. It echoed through entire cabin rows. By 2025, cruise lines said, no more. Now, many ships ban speakerphone and loud phone use on balconies and public decks. Staff are instructed to politely intervene when conversations get disruptive. Some even issue formal noise warnings. And guess what? It's working. If you must talk, wear earbuds. Keep your voice down, because no one wants to hear you argue with your cousin about dog sitting in the middle of the Caribbean. Next time you reach for your phone, maybe reach for a journal instead. The sea's quiet again. Let's keep it that way. 9. Parties. Cruisers love a good celebration. Balloons, birthday banners, a few close friends. But by 2024, these small gatherings turned into full-blown hallway ragers. Bass thumping through cabin walls, guests flooding corridors. One guest even strung LED lights between doors. It felt less like a cruise, more like a dorm on spring break. Security does regular noise checks, and neighbors can report anonymously via the cruise app. Caught once? You get a warning. Twice? You risk getting kicked off. Want to party? Head to the lounge or pool deck. They're literally built for that, because while Suite 823 might be perfect for charcuterie and champagne with 2 friends, it's not your private nightclub. The ocean's big enough for fun, just not through paper-thin walls. 10. Flyovers. Yes, this one's different from onboard drones. Because even when cruise lines banned flying gadgets on the ship, passengers got clever. They waited, brought them ashore, flew them from the beach, and captured sweeping shots of the ship from a distance. Pretty? Sure. Legal? Not always. By late 2024, port authorities had enough. Drones buzzed over local markets, temples, and even private homes. Wildlife got disturbed. A drone smacked into a souvenir vendor's umbrella. Cue the chaos. In 2025, the crackdown spread. Many ports now have strict drone bans, and cruise lines warn guests in advance. But people still try. Now, if you launch a drone in a no-fly zone, it's not just a slap on the wrist. It's fines, confiscation, maybe even denied reboarding. Yes, you wanted that cinematic Instagram reel, but it might cost you the rest of your trip. So unless you're a licensed pro with written permits, leave the rotor blades at home. 11. Confetti. It was supposed to be festive, a gender reveal, an anniversary, maybe just an over-the-top bon voyage celebration. Confetti cannons, glitter balloons, shiny streamers launched into the salty air, and promptly scattered across the deck, into the sea, and under every sandal on board. It didn't take long for cruise staff to realize this wasn't decoration. It was a cleanup nightmare. Worse, that biodegradable confetti guests kept bragging about? In 2025, cruise lines officially cracked down. No more confetti of any kind. Balloons? Strongly discouraged. Anything that can fly, float, or shred? Banned. Security's watching, and staff will confiscate kits before you even pop the seal. Celebrate all you want. Just leave the litter to the shore excursions, because nothing ruins a romantic sunset like chasing glitter with a mop. And this time, the glitter doesn't magically disappear. It lingers, like regret. 12. Duct tape. You'd be surprised what cruise passengers try to fix with duct tape. Curtains won't stay closed? Tape them. Balcony furniture squeaks? Tape it. Want to decorate your cabin door with a 6-foot banner? Guess what comes out of the suitcase? Duct tape became the unofficial toolkit of DIY cruisers. Until it started peeling paint, ripping wallpaper, maintenance teams were quietly furious. Then came the last straw. A guest used neon duct tape to cover up a cracked cabin mirror, which happened to be a safety hazard. In 2025, cruise lines finally said enough. Duct tape is now banned outright. No more taping, patching, sticking, or hanging. Want to personalize your door? Use magnets. Have a broken strap? Ask guest services, because that silver strip of problem-solving genius might now land you a bill. And a warning, cruise ships aren't college dorms, and duct tape officially demoted from hero to hazard. 13. Streaming. You'd think unlimited Wi-Fi was a dream come true, until your cabin neighbor starts binging action movies at full volume. Someone decides to stream a Zoom meeting from the Lido deck, yelling into their headset while waves crash in the background. As more ships offered fast internet, cruisers got bold. In 2025, cruise lines drew a line. No more high-volume streaming in public spaces. That means Netflix marathons in cafes, TikTok sound-offs in hallways, or music videos blasted over breakfast are a thing of the past. The policy's posted clearly now, and crew won't hesitate to remind you. Want to stream? Headphones on, volume down, and preferably in your cabin. Because while we love your movie taste, we'd rather not hear every explosion while sipping a piña colada. And that Zoom call? Trust us, it can wait till port. 14. Smoking. That one designated corner of Deck 11 used to be sacred for smokers. Tucked away behind lifeboats, guarded by a windscreen and a tiny ashtray, it was their moment of peace. But too many ignored the rules. Sneaking puffs on balconies, flicking ashes overboard, even lighting up near kids' areas. By the end of 2024, complaints hit a record high. Non-smokers were fed up. Crew was overwhelmed. So in 2025, many cruise lines went further. Smoking areas got even smaller or vanished entirely. Some ships went full no smoking anywhere. That includes vapes. Yes, even your vanilla bean cloud stick. Break the rule? You could face fines, warnings, or being booted at the next port. If you're a smoker, you'll need to check your line's policy, because this isn't the 90s, and that quick smoke could now cost you your entire vacation. 15. Projectors. You're walking the upper deck after sunset. Stars above, gentle music playing, and suddenly, someone fires up a mini projector. A movie blares onto their balcony wall. Kids scream at cartoon explosions. Passengers slow down to stare, confused if they've wandered into a floating IMAX. What started as a fun idea turned disruptive quickly. By late 2024, personal projectors were popping up everywhere. Poolside movie nights, hallway game streams, even late-night TikTok compilations in dark cabins. Some passengers thought they were clever. Cruise lines thought otherwise. In 2025, projectors joined the banned list. No exceptions. Light pollution, sound disruption, copyright issues. It all adds up. Want a movie night? Check the daily schedule. There's an actual theater on board. But your cabin wall, it's not a screen, it's a wall. And your neighbors? They didn't buy a ticket to your home cinema. So unless Spielberg's on board, leave the reel at home. 16. Coolers. There was a time when cruisers rolled up with giant coolers like they were tailgating before a football game. Packed with soda, cold cuts, sometimes raw chicken. In 2025, cruise lines finally iced the habit, banning oversized coolers altogether. Small, soft-sided lunch totes? Still fine. But if it looks like it belongs at a Little League game, leave it home. Security now checks dimensions, and staff won't hesitate to confiscate. Bring snacks, sure, but bring them in Ziplocs, not an appliance. Because nothing ruins embarkation day like being stopped at check-in for violating the new cold storage rules. Want to stay refreshed? Stick to the buffet and that bottomless ice dispenser. Cruises in 2025 still promise adventure, luxury, and escapism. But the rulebook has changed. These bans weren't random. They're battle-tested fixes to chaos you never even saw coming. Stay savvy, cruise smart, and don't get caught clinging to yesterday's ship habits. Because if you think these bans were wild, just wait for what's coming in 2026.